You ever have one of those moments where you're about to spend $1,000 on something? Maybe it's a spontaneous weekend trip, or upgrading your phone again, or buying that thing you've been eyeing, and you pause for a second and think, should I really do this hunt? And then you talk yourself into it because, I mean, it's just $1,000. It's not like it's going to change your life either way, right? Here's what nobody tells you in that moment, and honestly, it's something that keeps me up at night thinking about it. That $1,000 decision isn't just about $1,000. It's about what that $1,000 becomes over time if you make a different choice. And the gap between those two paths, spending it versus investing it, is so massive that it's almost hard to believe. My name is Chris, and I spend way too much time thinking about money, human psychology, and why some people seem to effortlessly build wealth while others stay stuck in the same financial patterns for decades. And what I've come to understand is that wealth isn't built by massive, dramatic decisions. It's built by small, seemingly insignificant $1,000 choices that compound into something extraordinary. By the end of this, you're going to see exactly how one decision, just one, can snowball into millions, and why the choices you're making today matter way more than you think. So let's start with the math, because I think most people genuinely don't understand what compound interest actually does to money over time. Let's say you have $1,000 right now, and you're trying to decide between spending it on something you want or investing it. If you spend it, it's gone. You got whatever temporary satisfaction or utility that purchase provided, and that's it. But if you invest that $1,000 in a basic index fund averaging around 8% annual returns, which is pretty standard historically, here's what happens. In 10 years, that $1,000 becomes about $2,100. Not bad, but not life-changing either. But here's where it gets interesting. In 20 years, it's around $4,600. In 30 years, it's over $10,000. And if you leave it for 40 years, which is realistic, if you're in your 20s or 30s right now, that single $1,000 investment becomes almost $22,000. You turned $1,000 into $22,000 by doing literally nothing except not spending it. That's a 2,200% return. That's not a purchase. That's a decision that echoes across your entire life. But here's where it gets really wild. And this is the part that honestly changed how I think about every financial decision. What if instead of making that decision once, you made it regularly? What if every time you had $1,000 and you were tempted to spend it on something you didn't really need, you invested it instead? Let's say you do that just once a year. Every year you find $1,000 expense you would have made but didn't, and you invest it instead. After 30 years at that same 8% return, you're not looking at $10,000 or even $100,000. You're looking at over $113,000. And that's assuming you only did this once a year. What if you did it twice a year? You'd have over $226,000. 3 times a year, that's nearly $340,000. These aren't hypothetical millions yet, but stick with me because this is where it starts compounding in ways that feel almost absurd. Now let's take it one step further, and this is where most people's brains just refuse to believe the numbers. What if, instead of finding $1,000 once or twice or 3 times a year to invest, you broke it down monthly? What if you invested just $83 a month, which is basically $1,000 a year? That's less than $3 a day. That's skipping 1 takeout meal a week. That's 1 streaming service you don't use, 1 impulse purchase you skip, 1 small daily habit you redirect. $83 a month feels like nothing. But over 30 years at 8% returns, that becomes over $150,000. Your total contribution was only $30,000, $1,000 a year for 30 years, but it grew itself into 5 times that amount. Now, what if you could find $2,000 a year to redirect? That's $166 a month. Maybe that's the car payment you avoid by driving a paid-off vehicle instead of leasing. Maybe that's the difference between a fancy apartment and a modest one. over 30 years, that $2,000 a year becomes over $226,000, $3,000 a year, that's $340,000, $5,000 a year, which is totally realistic if you're intentional about it, becomes over $566,000. We're not talking about deprivation. We're talking about redirecting money you're already spending on things that don't actually matter. And here's the part that really makes this click. Most people make multiple $1,000 decisions every single year without even realizing it. Financing a slightly nicer car instead of buying used, that's easily $3,000 to $5,000 a year in payments and higher insurance. Living in an apartment that's $200 a month more than you need, that's $2,400 a year. Eating out regularly instead of meal prepping, that can easily be $3,000 or more annually. Subscriptions you barely use, impulse purchases, vacations you put on credit cards, when you add it all up, most people are making not one, but $5,000 or $10,000 decisions every year. And each one of those decisions has a price tag attached to it that's way bigger than the immediate cost. Every $1,000 you spend instead of invest isn't costing you $1,000, it's costing you the $10,000 or $20,000 or $30,000 that money would have become. You're not making $1,000 decisions. You're making decisions worth tens of thousands, sometimes hundreds of thousands of dollars, and you just don't see it because the cost is invisible and decades away. But here's where it gets genuinely mind-blowing. And this is the snowball effect that turns thousands into millions. Once you've been making these redirected decisions for a while, once you've built up a base of 100,000 or 200,000 or more, the compounding accelerates in a way that feels almost magical. At that point, your money is growing faster annually than you're able to contribute. If you have $200,000 invested and it grows by 8%, that's $16,000 in 1 year that you didn't work for. That's more than the $1,000 monthly contributions that got you there in the first place. Your money is now making more money than you're adding to it, and that's when the snowball really takes off. The first 10 years of these decisions feel slow, the second 10 years feel faster, but the third and fourth decades, that's when you look at your account and realize you've crossed $1 million, maybe more. And it happened because you made a $1,000 decision differently dozens or hundreds of times over the course of your life. And here's the thing that really gets me, the thing I wish someone had explained to me when I was younger. Every $1,000 decision you make is actually a choice between two completely different futures. One future where you spent that money on something that gave you temporary satisfaction and is now forgotten. And another future where that money compounded into wealth that bought you freedom, security, options, and peace of mind. Most people choose the first future over and over and over again, not because they're bad with money or don't care about their future, but because they genuinely don't understand what they're giving up. They don't see that the $1,000 they're about to spend is actually worth $20,000 or $30,000 or $50,000 in future wealth. It's invisible. It doesn't show up on the price tag, but it's real. And once you see it, once you really internalize what these small decisions compound into, you can't unsee it. Look, here's what you need to understand. You don't need to make millions of dollars to become a millionaire. You just need to make better $1,000 decisions more consistently. Every time you're about to spend money on something you don't really need, ask yourself, is this worth what it's actually costing me? Not just the sticker price, but the compounded future value. Is this purchase worth $20,000 in 10 years, $50,000 in 20 years? Because that's the real cost. That's the actual trade you're making. And once you start thinking about money this way, once you see every spending decision as a choice between temporary satisfaction and compounded wealth, everything changes. You stop making impulsive $1,000 decisions. You start redirecting that money toward investments. And over time, those small redirections snowball into something so much bigger than you ever thought possible. $1,000 decision doesn't seem like much, but make the right version of that decision consistently over decades, and it doesn't just add up. It multiplies, it compounds, it snowballs into millions, and Honestly, that might be the most powerful thing you'll ever learn about money. If this completely changed how you see every financial decision you make, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. And if you're in your 30s and wondering when these decisions matter most, check out Why Your 30s Decide Your Entire Financial Life. I'll see you in the next one.